You know, the old saying, you've got to know when to hold them and you've got to know when to fold them. You've got to know when to bluff. You've got to really understand what sort of leverage, actual leverage exists on the other side, what sort of actual leverage exists on your side, attempt to mold the perception of the other side so that they believe that you have more leverage than they do. And then you have to use judgment as to your interactions between the parties. And a lot of this judgment really comes down to emotional detachment. You know, I've often said that the worst person to negotiate for me is me. I am too emotionally attached to my own assets, my own life, to actually be a good negotiator on my behalf. But I've learned this actually at a young age, because I've spent the majority of my life negotiating on behalf of others, that I know I'm not a good negotiator. So when I buy a car, I don't even show up personally at the showroom. I might go and test drive a car here or there, but when it's time to negotiate the purchase of that car, I send somebody in. Almost all of our big corporate negotiations get done by somebody else, not me. And there's a benefit, right, to putting the decision maker in the background. If I'm the decision maker, and in your case, if you own a business and you're the decision maker, it doesn't make great sense for you to be at the bargaining table. Now, having an agent bargain on your behalf and having some authority to make some concessions and score some wins, of course, is extremely helpful. But at the end of the day, stepping back from the bargaining table and remaining very emotionally detached and cool will allow you to operate under pressure. It will allow you to, the threats from the other side to basically just roll off your back, and you'll make far better decisions. And I guarantee if you remain emotionally detached and you allow somebody else to negotiate on your behalf, you'll likely have a much better outcome. In addition to exercising great judgment, another very, very important attribute to an outstanding negotiator is building credibility. And I don't think a lot of people think about this, particularly those that are not particularly skilled in negotiating prior to starting a process. When I was in private equity, I would go out and acquire businesses.